Some TikTok speakers are of the opinion that men don't really care about women's money. Really? I also have some people saying men punish ugly women. Men are very shallow, very superficial. Let's have a look.
Something I realized a long time ago is that women are not allowed to be ugly. Like, being an ugly woman is unforgivable in society. No matter what you have, what you've accomplished, what you've done, what you succeeded in, if you are unattractive, men will punish you for that. And it's funny because you never hear stuff like medium ugly girls, stuff like that. Nobody talks about that because to be considered an ugly woman in society is like the worst sin you can commit. You aren't allowed to be unattractive. You have to try to attain some kind of level of attraction to be seen as a good person or a good woman. And people make it seem like when I say that I'm being ridiculous, but have you guys seen how they treat people how they treat women that they deem unattractive? Like, I can't be the only one seeing that.
I agree with her point. She has a great point of view with that conversation. And this is not me saying women are not shallow or superficial. A lot of men are shallow and superficial. They are after what they see. Men are more drawn to women that appear sexy and beautiful because a lot of men are all about sex. The male gaze thing was done for men to satisfy their sight. The beauty industry is structured in a way to favor men. It is structured in a way to always entice men, to feed men sexually, because they understand that men are all about sex. If not all men, most men. Her conversation also explains why you would often hear men say once a woman gets to 30, she expires. She has no value anymore. Her beauty declines because they are just all after the beauty and her body.
I'm a woman. I have the degrees. I guess you would say I make the money. But I thought it was like common knowledge that wasn't gonna like help me get a man. Like, I feel like I keep having the same conversations over and over, like with my friends. And like, man, the more money I got, the harder it is dating, the more this or that. I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. Like, we're all in the same boat. But it's like, I don't think that was the intention. Like, when you're making, all the money and stuff, our money is our money. Like, our degrees and stuff are for us. Like, you wanted to be a doctor since you were a kid. Like, did you think that you becoming a doctor was going to make it easier for you to get a man? Like, did you think you making $1 million a year was going to make it easier for you to get a man? Men play on a different scoreboard than us. They're more shallow. Like, they care about looks. They care about, if anything, they care about how you like make them feel, like, ego-wise. Like, I don't know most men that care about your money unless they need it.
Okay, let's talk about that. She's right. A lot of men are shallow. They care about looks. And if a woman has money, it makes it so hard for them to control that woman. So they would rather go for a woman that looks beautiful and has no money than go for a woman that looks beautiful and has money. So men are naturally predators. They prey on women. So they are after control. Always remember. So when they go for a woman that they are more financially buoyant than, it gives them that opportunity, that room to control that woman without the woman rebelling. If you don't have money, you're more inclined to listen to someone compared to when you have money. You're more inclined to take a BS from someone compared to when you have money. You get what I mean? When I say you're more inclined to listen to someone, this is what I mean. You're more inclined to listen to someone's BS, take instructions that doesn't favor you than when you have money. That's what I'm trying to say. So women that don't have their own money or don't have enough money and are dependent on men, it's so easy for men to control them because whoever feeds you controls you. So men understand this very well. If a man is thinking about going to be with a woman that has her own money, that man should know that if he's coming with the controlling game, it's not going to be easy. You can't sit and control someone that can easily walk away from a relationship and still survive.
I'm dead ass. Like, I'm not even trying to be slick or like, I'm not even trying. It's just like men don't care. And I think they don't care because they know that for the most part, most women are not going to break bread with them. Like, most women, when they get a lot of money, we're getting prenuptial agreements. Like, damn right. If I had millions of dollars before I married you and you were making $100K a year, I'm getting a prenuptial agreement. But if it was like the shoe was on the other foot, we'd be like, oh, well, you're thinking about divorce. Like, why? I don't even know why you're thinking about that. If a woman makes $1 million a year, some women would still want a man that made $1,001 just to say he had more, or like equal or more than what she had.
I think it's easier dating a man that has more than you than dating a man you have more than. Men have been told that they are supposed to be the ones with the wealth, the ones that have more than women. So most of them have this mindset in them, ingrained in them. So the moment a woman is more successful than a man, they have this little hidden hatred and envy that some of them don't even know they have. It's just when they are being faced with that situation, you get to see it manifest. Some of them don't know they have it. Some of them can even tell you that, oh, they're not like that. It's only when they've experienced that and they didn't fall into that trap, then you can believe them when they say, okay, they are not like that. So a lot of men don't expect their women to be more successful than them. So if you want to play a safe game, be with a man that is doing more than you, just to avoid that drama of someone envying you, being jealous of you, and wanting to have what you have. Men are also humans. The way you can have your girlfriend envy you because you're more successful, men also have that tendency.
Even if, like, okay, I'll give you an example. This is probably maybe not your relationship goals, but like say JT and Lil Uzi. I bet you Lil Uzi's probably paying most of her bills. And she's a millionaire probably by herself. JT has her own career, not a job, a career. And why do you think that is? Why do you think that is, that even though she's rich, she still is somewhat of a kept woman? You could argue it's because of what she puts up with, and that's a fair argument. Who knows? We don't know what happens behind the scenes. But I very much think JT doesn't give that energy, at least at home, that I don't need a man. Fuck that, I don't need a man. She's very much the type that gives off my man, my man, my man. Every day in the comments, she's like always like, like speaking very highly of him, speaking up when people talk down on him. Like, the trick is, you can have all the money in the world. If you're not fine, men don't want you. I don't know if I said anything profound here, but if you're not fine as fuck, men do not want you. Women that are pretty will always have options. And I want to say another thing, it doesn't even matter how old you are. Like whether you're 20 or whether you're 60, if you're fine, you're going to have options. I'll tell you right now, the pretty rich women are not having any trouble finding a man. The pretty women that still are like kind of soft and still give off like know how to stroke a man's ego, know how to let a man still do things for them, and are giving like super hyper independent, they're still getting that princess treatment. They're still getting tricked on. They're still getting their bills paid. They're still getting flued out. Even if they have their own careers, millions of dollars in the bank, they're still getting houses bought for them. I'm just saying.
And you know why that is so? Men are after sex and control. If a woman is beautiful, they find her attractive enough, they don't mind. Because to them, oh, she's going to get me in the mood. I like what I see. I want to get down with her. And then for the women that are in their feminine energy, the way they put it, their soft girl era, that is what men want. Because to them, those women are more submissive. Those women are so easy to control. Those women are willing to stroke their ego. Those women are willing to bend over and do whatever they want them to do. Mostly, women that are in their soft girl era depend on men for money, even when they have their own money. they depend on men to give them money. And if you're depending on someone to give you money, you're going to play ball. You're going to do his bidding. So that is what is going on there.
So I don't know. I really wish like more women. I thought, again, I'm a girl's girl. That's why I'm not sugarcoating it. Like, these are the type of conversations like I be having with my friends. Like, never in life was our money or our degrees gonna help us get a partner. Like I said, if anything, you being in those rooms in the proximity, that could help you for sure. You got to get yourself in front of these people. But if you are looking for a man, and I know a lot of women are not necessarily looking for a man, but if you are looking for a man, the best investment you can probably make is into your appearance. At the end of the day, men are shallow. Like, they can talk about, oh, I want the peace, I want this or that. They will walk right past a woman with millions of dollars to a beautiful woman.
I totally agree with her, honestly. And this explains why you see a lot of women investing in their looks. Women are willing to go augment their body, do surgery just to look good, because that is what men are all about. That is what they are after. Even if you have them deny it, men don't easily agree to things like that. But that is the truth. They would rather go after the models, the BBL women, than go after the plain Jane ones. The plain Jane ones are good for marriage. Keep them at home. But their heart will continuously yearn for women that are so attractive to them. So yeah, women that are focused on augmenting their body and looking so pretty understand the game. And I'm not saying that any woman has chosen to invest in her look is doing that for a man. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. But those women that want men in their lives and understand how men think and what they're after and have chosen to augment their beauty understand the game. Men are very superficial, like we already said. They want women to be very beautiful, gorgeous, with banging body. They want control, they want sex. And if a beautiful woman gets with a man that is well-to-do, other men are so quick to call her a gold digger, if not even the man she's with. Some women get the game. Some women go after men that are well-to-do, and they understand that those men want women that will serve as trophy girlfriends or trophy baby mamas or trophy wives. So they take time out to enhance their beauty, enhance their body, augment their body, just for the man to see them attractive enough. And after investing in themselves and they bag that man, his friends and other men, they wouldn't hesitate to call her a gold digger. So at the end of the day, it's very important for you as a woman to have your own money, just to avoid some certain type of insult.
I'm probably getting this attention because of who I am and who I am attached to. I've also come to realization that there are just certain allegations that I will never, ever beat with you guys. I came into this situation with the status because I have a child by a very successful artist, right? From then, I'm viewed as a certain type of woman because I'm beautiful and have a nice body. And normally women like that attract a certain caliber of men, which is also not my fault. And now that I am in yet another situation where I now have a child with another successful man, there's no telling you guys that I'm not a gold digger. You guys, it's no beating those allegations at all. The only thing that irritates me is I read comments that say, oh, you're a gold digger, or you kept the baby for a check. What if I came to y'all and I compared the men that you have children with to the men that I have children with, and I said, you were digging for poverty when you picked him to be your baby daddy, weren't you? Oh, you kept that baby for an extra income tax credit, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for a couple extra $100 in food stamps, didn't you? Or you kept that baby for an extra Section 8 voucher. Is that why you kept your baby? Now, if that was triggering, that's how I feel every time somebody says, do you even love that baby? You kept that baby for a check. Oh yeah, baby, I'm on one tonight. We gonna talk about it. Cause see, I sat back and I watched y'all in your dirty bonnets lay back on your headboards or in your cars with the cloth seats. I saw you. And you voiced your opinion about what you would have did if you were in my situation with my options that you do not have and you probably never will.
This is just an example of what I said. If you've decided to make dating wealthy men your business, it comes with this. And in her own case, women are the ones trolling her. Yeah, women also join men to troll their fellow women. We know all them women supporting women does not always work. So if you're out there and you've decided to make this your business, you have to have the body and have the looks before those men that are well-to-do can even notice you. So it's a business for some women out there, and this business requires capital for startup, because you need to invest in your body. This is not me encouraging anyone to go into this business line. No. And if you've decided to venture into something like this, just know that it does not always end well. Just be willing to be a baby mama. And even if you end up getting married to that man, the chances of you getting divorced is high, because such men easily get bored. Once they see the next more attractive woman, they will move on to her. Such men cheat a lot. If they go with you because of your looks, they will easily dump you and move on to the next woman that they find more attractive than you are. So if you're deciding to go this path, it is a risky one.
I only listened to the first 30 minutes of this podcast, and they basically said in that time, men are self-destructing their own gender and that there are not enough good men to go around. Bearing in mind there are two men at the table. It said, boys become weaker when they lose a male role model. 25% of boys currently live without a father figure in America, and kids from homes with absent dads are more likely to carry a gun or take substances. And absence of a father causes depressive symptoms in boys, but it doesn't cause the same in girls. And the male guest on it also said, boys are just weaker. That was his words. He said if two 15-year-olds are molested, one boy and one girl, the boy is 6 to 10 times more likely to unalive himself than the girl. And they made the point that women are just more resilient. So if men are being this affected by a father figure leaving the home, to me, that is men destructing their own gender and will be the root cause of the majority of problems that men are facing. Then as to why there are not enough good men to go around, the lady presented some facts and figures. She said women under 30 in cities are now out-earning men, and it is predicted that soon, for every one man going to college, there will be 2 women. Therefore, there are not enough good men in terms of education and finances to go around. The college-educated women will be fighting for half the amount of men. And with women out-earning and being more educated than men, it means men can't be providers now, which means men need to offer women more. And emotional intelligence is the new currency in dating. But men were not raised to be emotionally intelligent. They were just raised to be providers. A lot of them do not have the skills required. Therefore, women have raised the bar in terms of what they want and need from a man. A lot of men and women are just going to be unable to date each other. I am going to listen to the rest of this when I get more time, so I'll come back and tell you if there's anything else interesting.
That is an interesting conversation. Emotional intelligence is not the new currency for women. That is what women are demanding. That is what we are willing to trade with. But men can't meet up, because a lot of men were not brought up to be emotionally intelligent. Rather, they were brought up to be providers. And they are finding it difficult to switch up the game, to change, to learn better. If you are an adult, are you not supposed to be flexible? Are you not supposed to know when to switch and change? But because men will be men. This is what I mean. A lot of men don't believe that they are supposed to make changes in their life to suit a relationship they are in with a woman. They feel like a woman or women should accept them just the way they are with their baggages and shortcomings. So that mindset makes it so difficult for adult men to go learn emotional intelligence even when they don't have it. Rather, they will focus more on forcing women they have in their lives to accept them just the way they are. A video I made a couple of days ago, I said women have rendered men useless in relationship and marriages because women are not earning money. That has always been what men held on to prove a point. I'm the provider, I'm the protector, when we don't always see what they're protecting us from. We know they are protecting us from their fellow man, and how many times do we need protection as women? So the provider one makes a whole lot of sense to them. But now women are providing, a lot of men are useless, and that alone is very annoying to them. They're so pissed. That's why you hear them all the time go on podcasts and say, oh, we want traditional women, please stick to your role, let me do my part, I do you do your part. Nope. Women being homemakers and taking care of kids is a lot. That's a lot of job. That job is not for one person. Men know that. They understand that that work is tedious, but they don't want to do it. They'd rather women do it. So women are saying, no, we don't want to do that anymore. If you're not willing to assist, then we walk away. And the point she raised on education and financial stability. Men are refusing to get educated. More women are getting educated and having more money. Men can't compete. Another window for jealousy and anger to crawl in. Another reason why men are also angry with women. And this alone has made it so hard for women to find good partners, good husbands. It explains why a lot of highly placed women, successful women, are single. Because when you get into the dating pool, don't have a lot of good men in there. If you would love to watch more videos like this, click this video to watch a man regret divorcing his wife, and I will see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.